Good morning. How are you?
Hi, everybody.
Welcome to Shake It Up with Karen and Regina. We're here today with a fabulous show. As many of you know, SHAKE stands for Style, Health, Attitude, Kindness, and Entertainment, and we're really encompassing all of those today.
Yes, we are.
Yeah.
We are.
Well,
are we going to talk about our weekend first? Because we had a jam-packed.
It was insane. Was it not insane?
It was crazy.
We had a very, very busy weekend, but a lot of fun.
We had a lot of fun. We had adventures out east in the rain. We had
pouring rain.
Italians. I had my Italian friends here from Italy, and Massimo was here, and Nicole, who is a wine sales rep, and she's a wine connoisseur.
And you know how much we love wine.
Yes, we do.
Yes.
So we took our families. Karen took her husband, and I took my husband, and my cousin Jody and her wife, and we piled into Chris's car, van.
Now, Chris's car is a 7-passenger car, and we were 8 people. So, little Miss Regina, took one for the team and sat on a little ottoman in the middle of the truck, which was fabulous. Yeah. So she was all bouncing around the whole time we were there. And we drove really from, the South Shore to the North Shore.
Yeah, back and forth, South Fork, North Fork.
Because she's in the Hamptons, and then we went to one in Southampton, and we went to, which ones did we go to? We went to
Channing Daughters, which I thought was my favorite one. He was incredible. Chris, was his name Chris too?
Yeah, Chris from Channing Daughters showed us around, not only just, the winery and the vineyards and whatnot, but really how they actually make the wine. And they took us, into the back where they really pressed the grapes and
the fermentation process.
So many bees. Remember all those bees?
Yeah, what was really cool was that I got to stick my head into one of the
distilleries,
vats or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And there's such a effervescence of the
it's like
hydrogen.
gas.
Yeah, what is that?
I think
nitrous oxide.
Yeah.
So when you
she almost
stick
fell.
your head in there,
We were like,
it's like it's like
it's like go.
And you're like it really is it makes you choke. And there's actually somebody that died from that. Remember he was telling us
they fell right in the vat.
They
and
fell right in the
they
vat.
They were over.
All over.
But that's a little scary. You don't want to drink that wine. But anyway, we went to 3 other ones and were pretty buzzed by the end of the day.
Yeah. We had a great day. In fact, we have a couple of pictures that we'd like to show.
Yeah.
So the first one is, this is the gang.
That's our whole group.
That's all of us. So we had a great time. And then the next one is, obviously, they have sunflowers for Karen wherever we go. They knew we were coming.
I know, they knew we were coming, so we had to take a picture in front of our sunflowers.
And then this is that's my little place in the Hamptons, and this is our family dinner that we had together.
Yeah, and that was a lot of fun.
And that was a lot of fun.
But anyway, so that was our Saturday. And then the whole day Saturday, what we did in the truck on the way to the vineyards is practice our lines for our play on Sunday.
This is very true.
So as many of you know.
Thank you so much. Thank you to everyone.
Yes,
Thank
you. Somebody want to tell me where the pulley is?
Oh, jeez, I almost had her, Tommy. I almost had her.
No.
I almost had her.
But it's a ladies' show today.
Oh, I had you so set up for that, too.
Yeah.
Damn, I thought it was going to be.
I was like,
Can't get it.
Anyway, my lines, I curse pretty much every line, and Regina's is all sweet because she was Miss Canada. But as many of you know, we were in my big gay Italian funeral this weekend, and we want to thank all of you who came out to support us. We truly appreciate it. We had so much fun.
The show was great.
Yeah, I was so nervous, though. I was like shaking.
You
the whole
did
time.
great.
Well, you did great, too.
You have to see, wait till you see the pictures, because you have to see Karen's hair.
Oh, boy.
I mean, she looked like a crackhead.
Yeah.
I mean,
I look like Fanny Zucciotti.
Yeah,
that's what Fanny Zucciotti is.
It was hilarious.
Yes.
But I thought it was really cute, though.
Yeah.
When you moved, it was like, it was like really cute. It was a lot of fun. It was
very curly.
And the cast, they could not have been nicer to us. I mean, here we come, the 2 loudmouths from Long Island. And these
are professional actors, and we're like not professional actors.
We're not professional anything, really. Forget about professionalism.
Right, exactly. Went all out the window.
Yeah. See?
We did, Tommy, have a couple of Cosmos before we went on stage.
No, you did.
Well, you had a couple of glasses of wine.
I had wine.
Yes.
I stuck to the wine.
I was wined out from Saturday. There was no way I was drinking more wine. So I had 2 great Cosmopolitans before I went on stage, which took the edge off a little, but it did make me forget some of my lines. So
You did?
well, I didn't say it exactly. And
I thought you did a great job.
Thank you. Well, it's hard to tell, when you're up there and the lights are shining on you and there's a whole audience of people that actually paid money, which was making me even more nervous. Like if it was like a play at a high school that nobody paid money for, that would be great, because then I wouldn't care too much. But because these people paid real money and like big money, some of those tickets are $100.
Yes.
So,
well, let's show people what we mean. So
oh yeah.
This is me backstage getting my
In
hair
her red
done.
robe.
In my red robe.
Really?
Like a real diva. And then this other one is this is Karen getting her hair
see,
done.
I went from nice, smooth hair to crazy,
and our
crazy
hair took about an hour to do.
Yeah.
And this is us getting ready to go on stage. So get a load of us.
Fanny
really.
Zucchiotti look. It's insane.
It was awesome.
I can't even.
And this is us after the show.
I took all the pins out and tried to get all that
right.
stuff
And
out
I
of my
ran
head.
around Manhattan in my red robe because I was cold.
Oh, wait.
So-
What is with your husband?
Oh.
Can I tell you something? So we
No.
get out of the show, we
I
go
can't
across the
take any
street to the after
responsibility for
party, and everybody leaves. And Regina had sent Tommy, where are you, to go get the car, because we had to park a mile away because of the Polish parade. Really?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, in the middle of Fifth Avenue, in the middle of Sunday, in the middle of Manhattan, they shut down the whole city for a Polish parade. Really? I mean, they can't put it on First Avenue or on West Side.
I don't
Like at the
understand
end of the
that.
city would have
I
been
don't
much better.
understand that.
But smack
And
dab
they
in
should
the
have
middle of the city, they
parades,
shut it down.
not for nothing, but they should have parades like between 9 and 11.
Yeah.
Like not, in the middle of the day because
When you're
where
trying
are you
to get to
going?
shows.
Everybody in Manhattan's sleeping between 9 and 11.
Yeah.
So it's not a big deal.
Way better.
Oh,
Okay.
ridiculous.
Mayor de Blasio, think about that. Now, the next thing
Please.
was that we had to park really far away from the theater because otherwise we would have missed the show if we waited in that traffic. So Tommy had parked, I guess, on 57th, and our show was on 46th.
No, he parked on 52nd,
52nd.
between 8th and 9th.
Okay.
And we were on, goes to prove your point even more. We were on 46th
Between 8th and 9th.
6th and 7th, I think.
No, we were on between
Between
8th.
7th and
Anyway,
8th. Okay.
needless to say, it wasn't that far away. So she sends him
have
to
no
go
idea
get
where
the
we
car, okay? So now me, Chris, my daughter Serena, and my nephew Ali are waiting with Regina in her red robe on the streets of Manhattan, waiting for Tommy to come with the car. And we're waiting, and a half an hour goes by, and Regina's like, you guys should just go. I'm like, I am not leaving you here looking like that in the middle of the street.
Well,
That's
I looked
not
like
happening.
a crack. I mean, nobody was really going to bother. They were
Oh my
running
God,
for me.
she's
They
in
were
her
like a
red
little
robe,
scared.
she got her
My
red lipstick
hair
on,
was
she's
all
carrying
crazy.
bouquets of
Yeah.
flowers. She looked like a lunatic. So I'm like, I'm not leaving you here.
I did. No one was going to bother me.
No. But anyway, finally, an hour later, after calling him and texting him, we're like, hello, where you been? He's like, oh, I was waiting over by the restaurant or something like that.
No, he was waiting on now he tells the story. He's waiting on the cross street because there was construction getting done, so he couldn't get down one of the roads to get to us. So he's calling me. Meanwhile, my phone is dead. He's calling me and saying, meet me at the corner of
It was a mess.
and 40, whatever. So then he had to go all the way around and
She was so
whatever.
mad.
Whatever.
So mad. But we had been
I really
waiting there
should have had
so
a limo
long.
waiting for us.
Yes,
I mean, why
no,
didn't we
would've been
have that
exciting.
going on?
But listen, that show runs every single Sunday
Yes.
in the St. Luke's Theater in Manhattan. And Anthony Wilkinson, who's the producer and star of the show, who did both my Big Gay Italian Wedding and my Big Gay Italian Funeral, is there every single weekend and really wants to show
It's
his
a great-
cast to
it's a
you.
fun
So
show.
get on our website, check out the links. We have other Cactus employees who will be performing throughout the month of October, and then
Yes.
after that, some other great, fabulous people.
And
So-
I want to shout out. I know you do too, but I want to shout out Dawn and Dawn,
Yes.
who did our hair, who
From
came in
Holbrook.
and did our hair. They first of all, everyone was talking about our hair. I mean, they were also talking about our performance. Let's just get that straight. They were also talking about our hair.
I don't know
Like our
about that.
hair was incredible. It made the whole thing come
finished us
together,
off.
and it really kind of put us in character because
I
once
think
you
so.
see yourself like you're like, oh, I got to go with it now. Because
Yeah.
there's no backing out now. You know?
I became
So-
Fanny Zucchiati thanks to the Dawns
Yes,
from
to
the Cactus
Dawns.
Holbrook.
Yes,
So
so
thanks
we
for
want to
coming
really
down.
shout
That
them
was
out.
really
And they're
great.
actually starring in the play
Yes.
this weekend.
No, not this weekend. The following
Oh,
weekend.
the following.
The
Who's
following
in it this weekend?
Manny and,
oh, right.
and Janine. You had
Manny
met
and
them.
Janine,
You had
right.
met them here at that time.
Actually, they did the rehearsal.
But moving
Right.
on, because we have a really busy show today, one of the things that's really near and dear to our hearts is October for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And Regina and I, every year, get down to the Fall Festival, and we basically save the tatas all day long. That's what we say. So
Big or small, we want to save them all.
that's right. That's part of our lingo when we're down there.
Yes.
And this weekend is the Huntington Fall Festival. It's down in Heckscher Park. It's right on Main Street. It is a phenomenal weekend of not only rides and games and vendors, but of course we have our very own Cut for a Cause, where the money we raise goes to the Carol Baldwin Breast Cancer Research Fund, as well as the Family Service League, which is another organization that we work very closely with.
And we're going to
So
feature them in November, right?
we
Yeah,
are.
they'll be
We're
on here.
featuring the Family Service League then. So
But
come
we do
down
events with Carol.
all
Carol
throughout
Bowles.
the year,
Yeah, we
all
do
year
throughout
long.
the year.
Matter of fact, our curse jar goes to
right.
Carol Baldwin
And let me
Breast
tell
Cancer
you-
Research Fund. Yeah, it's all her money
filled it
because
up.
all she does is curse. I have a nice clean mouth. She has a potty mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, but Tommy tries to get me sometimes, although he has saved me a couple of times.
No, it's a conspiracy in this theater, in this studio, just
Yeah.
so you know.
Well, you
Tommy and Karen are against me. So they get me to curse all the time.
Oh
And
my!
those of you
I
that
don't
know me know I really don't have a potty mouth.
And I
someone
kinda
else
do
does.
have a potty mouth.
That being said,
All right,
in this
so listen.
studio, these two like to jack me up. Let's just say
It's true.
that.
But most importantly, getting
Like you,
back
first
to,
curse word you got me for. Wait a minute. The first word you got me for was balls. I mean, that's not a curse
You
word.
just said it again. Now you owe
Look
$10.
at it. That's not
That's
a
what I'm
curse
saying.
word.
You just
'Cause
said it.
What do you play football with? A ball.
Yeah, but it was the
What do you-
context in which you said it.
No.
It was the context
One
in
ball.
which you said
Right.
it.
So,
yeah, not
If
multiple.
people juggle many balls. I mean, listen, it's a regular word.
No,
It's not a curse
It's not
word.
what you say, it's how you say it.
I'm
Just keep that in
reneging on
mind.
that,
That's what
by
my
the
mother
way.
used to always tell me.
I want my money back.
Can we get back to what I was saying?
Sure.
Okay, thank you. So come down to the park this weekend. Please participate
It's a
in
great fair.
in the Cut for a Cause.
There's
This-
music. We have
the mu-
music.
Yes, the singers from Music Idol. We have the Cut for a Cause. We have pink hair extensions, which are always fun, and we have put them in dogs throughout the year. So bring your dogs down too, and we'll hair extension them up. And then we also have our famous spin to win wheel. So we're really excited.
And
we
you
have a
can
new
get
wheel
a
this
haircut.
year.
Like,
and
I mean,
you get a
you can
haircut.
get a
Cut for a Cause.
Cactus haircut.
Yeah.
I think it's, what is it, $20?
$20.
$20.
Yeah.
And you can also support a great cause. So,
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
So we really hope to see you down there. We're right across from the playground. Please come visit. And then next up, we have lovely ladies who are going to talk all about this phenomenal organization, talk about Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and also how the community gets involved and can help. So
Right.
we'll be back. We'll see you soon.
My name is Dr. Robert Brevard. I'm here for Multi-Medicine in Westbury, New York. We're located at 1065 Old Country Road, Suite 214. Been here for about 15 years. The practice has medical doctors, physical therapists, chiropractors, acupuncturists. We also do pain management, and we have orthopedists on staff. Here at Advanced Multi-Medicine Rehabilitation, we've got physical therapists on staff who treat an array of conditions, from neck pain to back pain, shoulder pain. We treat carpal tunnel. We treat a lot of car accident patients, slip and falls. We treat patients with knee injuries, with ankle injuries. We have state-of-the-art equipment. We've been here for over 15 years. Vast array of diagnostic testing, from x-rays to EMGs. What is an EMG? It's a diagnostic test that allows a doctor to determine where the pinched nerve is. Cora is a physical therapist at Advanced Multi-Medicine and Rehabilitation. She's working on Stephanie, who was involved recently in an automobile accident. Stephanie has tight thoracic and cervical musculature. And Cora is doing some myofascial release work and some therapeutic stretching doing it to help her with her pain. Vicky is also a patient here at Advanced Multi-Medicine and Rehabilitation. Vicky is now working her leg muscles, specifically her quadricep muscles, trying to strengthen them after an injury she sustained. If you find yourself in need of any type of physical therapy, please don't hesitate to call Advanced Multi-Medicine and Rehabilitation, located in Westbury, New York, in Suite 214. Phone number is 516-334-7000, or find us on our website at advancedmultimedicine.com.
Technical Worldwide Tattoo Supply is one of the largest suppliers in the world and your number one resource for top quality, affordable tattoo and piercing supplies. Technical Worldwide Tattoo Supply is the number one supplier of tattoo inks in the world with more than 200 products including Mom's Ink, Philadelphia Eddie's Traditional Inks, Paolini Sacred Color Inks, and more. Technical Worldwide Tattoo Supply, your one-stop shopping destination for great service, best prices, and top quality supplies. Coney Island Carlos vintage wines and premium spirits are undeniably distinctive, selected for their unique, memorable flavor. Coney Island Carlos vintage wines and premium spirits are delivered to you in beautifully designed bottles featuring limited edition artwork. Coney Island Carlos vintage wines and premium spirits are available at affordable prices in fine restaurants, bars, and liquor stores. Or check www.coneyislandcarlo.com for availability.
I am Tom Mealy for the Harrison Law Group, and I have been telling you for years that getting involved in an automobile accident is no joke. This is what we do. We're not new at this game. If you've been involved in an accident of any kind, and you go to a law firm that says you have no case, it's simple. It's because they can't do it and they don't get it. You need to call us directly at 1-800-INJURY-LAW.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Shake It Up with Karen and Regina. And today we have with us the beautiful Carol Bissett.
Too nice.
And she's here. Say hi.
I said you're just too nice.
Oh, well, it's true.
Right.
And
Absolutely.
actually, all the ladies here are lovely today. But she's here because she wants to talk a little bit about her story. And she is a breast cancer survivor. So, woohoo, kudos to you.
Yes.
So we want to hear just a little bit about your backstory, your experience, and now how you're involved with the Carol M. Baldwin Foundation.
Well, let's start with your modeling career, because that was, quite some years of really active modeling. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, I was blessed. I was with Ford. I was with Wilhelmina. But my most favorite client instead, because I was from Philadelphia at the time, was QVC.
Okay.
And I modeled there from '93, met the most amazing people. It's still like my family.
Sure.
Started my own company, so I bring brands to QVC. And we all kid around because we may not see each other for, a couple months. Our friends from back in the day were like, we can never leave this place. So I'll probably be 90 and still
And what
be
kind
bringing
of products? What kind of products do you promote on? What's your company do? What kind of brands?
We take anything from beauty. Procter & Gamble is one of my clients. I just had Marilyn Krabs on air 2 weeks ago, to kitchen items, hair products. We have a new app with a scale for healthy body fitness.
We need that. Healthy body
really
fitness.
cool. Like, I'll take anything as long as it's a problem solution type of item.
Terrific.
Yeah.
Terrific.
That's
fun.
right up our alley.
That
Yeah,
is
that's
we
great.
like that.
Everyone. We have busy lifestyles, so we need problem solution for sure.
Sure.
Now, how long ago was it that you were diagnosed with breast cancer?
It was 4 years ago, and I'm like, I always get everything preventative. I always go to the dentist, the eye doctor, and for some reason I just never got a mammogram. And then I got a lump, and I'm like, this is not good, and it was stage 1.
Oh, so good. It was stage 1, though. I mean,
Yeah, but I
Yeah.
learned from cancer, like, you think, oh, good, it's stage 1, I'll go in, they'll take it out, I'll be fine. No,
Right.
I'm still going to the doctor. It's a big
long
deal.
process. Yeah, I guess
Chemo.
everybody- yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
chemo too, huh?
radiation, everything.
Wow.
So it's
That's scary.
yeah. So I'm all about early detection.
Yeah.
Get your mammograms.
You know, it's so funny. I was watching on the news this morning. Paula Abdul had done a video about early detection, and
It's huge.
yeah, it was fabulous. I mean, Paula Abdul of all people, but she has, you know, like this. She's doing this whole dance, and she's feeling her boobs, and she's making this whole statement about how, you know, early detection is the only way
It's
to
the
prevent.
key. It really is.
Yeah, breast cancer. So
To save lives.
yeah, terrific.
Yeah.
So, but what was your personal, like, walk us through what happened? How do people, you know, like, when you get that call or you know, you're in that moment, like, how did you deal with that?
Denial. Lots of vodka.
Right. Well, that's a lot of
I like vodka.
I was actually at home. I mean, I always eat organic. I always work out.
No, I know.
Right.
So when I had the lump, I was like, and you know, they're like, oh, you know, you
not
probably
a
don't
big
have
deal.
it. So when I got the call, I remember I was with my mom and my husband were watching a movie, and they're like, you have to come in now. I'm like, oh, that must mean I have cancer. I'm like, well, I'll just come in tomorrow. Like, I didn't think it was really,
Right.
it was surreal. And then
Right.
it was just, it was really surreal.
Yeah,
You
yeah. It
just-
took you, I'm sure it took you back. Like, oh my gosh, how did that? You know.
Yeah.
You don't even think about you. Although what I do know, and what I learned from being at the Women's Health Center, Cancer Center in Stony Brook this week, was that 1 in 3 people are diagnosed with breast cancer here in Long Island.
it's-
So
it's
that's
crazy.
insane. 1 of 3 people that we know. That means 1 of 3 people that we know will be
Yeah.
diagnosed with breast cancer at some point.
Yep.
Which is insane.
It's scary, and,
Yeah.
I'm, you know, I'm lucky I lived. I have a lot of friends that I saw them pass away from it, and you just, it's a, you know, first you're scared, you know, like, you know, you were saying you had to have a mastectomy. I lost my hair. That's all you think about. But then when you
Sure.
see people really pass away, it's about, you know, who cares about your hair? Who cares
Yeah.
about a mastectomy? You're alive,
That's right.
which is what's important, you know, very important.
Well, thank God today that there are so many treatments and many people can survive from
Yes,
it. And
yes.
especially, you know, the earlier you can detect it, the better of a chance you have at recovering
Yeah,
from
100%.
They've
for
come
sure.
a long way, but,
Yeah.
you know, still not where they
We
need
need to get
be.
rid of it.
Well, right, and that's
Yeah.
where the Carol Baldwin Breast Cancer Research Fund comes in. And what is that? What exactly is your role with them? I know that you you help promote, you know, their cause, but what do you do?
Well, at the time when I just gotten diagnosed, probably I don't know, just 8 months had gone by. So I really wanted to take the experience, and I always think of Beth Baldwin said this. I thought this was like the greatest quote. Like, you know when you're in high school and you're a freshman and you know you're really scared, and then you make it to a senior. You can be that senior that graduates and keeps moving on. Or you can be the senior that reaches back and grabs that freshman's hand and leads them through and makes their journey through
Yeah.
the beginning of high school, you know, a safer
Easier,
place or more comfortable. So that's how I want to look at breast cancer.
You want
And
to take those people and
yeah.
help them through it.
I want to make a positive out of something negative. I don't want to just go and get cured and move
done with
on.
it.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
be done with it.
There's
Yeah.
a reason why I got it, so I want to help people. So
Well, that's great.
Yeah.
To be an inspiration to other people, that's awesome.
yeah,
Yeah,
so I was
very
approached by their foundation, and they're a wonderful family. We've raised $4 million. I co-chaired the Pink Penguin Bash 2 years in a row.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, a lot of fun. So
Yeah.
it's just
Where do they
Yeah.
have that?
At the marina.
at the aquarium, yeah.
Oh,
And,
right, the aquarium.
in Riverhead,
right,
yeah,
right.
Atlantis.
That's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a beautiful place. Have you ever been
Yes,
there?
yes.
It's
yes.
absolutely beautiful. When
Yeah,
they do
it
a
is.
party there,
No, it's amazing.
gorgeous.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Absolutely gorgeous.
Great
So,
space.
and
Great
families
space.
involved. I really love working with them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
really
actually
do.
have
We
a
do,
bridal
too.
show there tonight. We're doing a bridal show for them.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Speaking of
Actually,
which,
Yeah,
did they have
Atlantis.
some sort of bridal gown? What's the story
Yeah,
with the gowns?
well, that's
Somebody
why I
donated?
mentioned
Right,
it.
yeah.
The Carol Baldwin Fund was generously given 100 bridal gowns
Yes.
recently that they're going to be auctioning off. So you could just go to their website, findacure.org, and be able to, find out more about that. But there's 100 bridal gowns. So all you engaged girls out there,
Get your gown.
no reason to go to those big fancy stores. Help out other women and get online and go to findacure.org and, contribute.
That's
So,
a great.
yeah.
That's a great idea.
It
Yeah.
is. It is. It's fabulous. And now, so what does your future look like for you? Where do you think, you want to take this? Globally? You want to stay in Long Island with it? Where do you think you want to go?
right now, Long Island.
Yeah.
I have a couple of ideas, I've spoken to Anne about. But yeah, globally would be where we'd like to take. The goal is to, put an end to cancer.
Yeah.
Not just breast cancer, all cancer.
Right, right.
So,
to eradicate the disease.
yes,
It's
yes.
really, my mother had breast cancer,
I didn't know
cousin
that.
had breast cancer. Yes, she did.
I didn't know that,
Yeah.
Karen. I just saw her on Saturday. I didn't know that.
Oh, no, she's fine now.
Yes, but I didn't even know
But
that.
yeah,
goodness.
and, our very good friend right now is going through this. So it's very disheartening to know that the women in your group, the women that you love, the women who are the closest to you, may or may not, chances are
Right.
may develop some sort of, sign or problem with this. So it's seriously scary. So research is really the key, correct?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
The treatments, I think they've got down, as best they can for right now, but let's try to stop it. And I think that
Right.
they were saying when I was at the center this week was that Long Island was a potato farm for many, many years. The whole area was farming, and they used to
Yeah.
use a lot of pesticides and different kinds of chemicals in the ground, and that's what's polluted our water, and that's why so many women, and they think, of course they can't prove it, but that's what they believe to be one of the major contributors to having Long Island be one of the highest risks of, breast cancer in women.
And I was a Philly girl, and I moved here, and then I got breast cancer.
Right, right.
It's
But then
really-
again, I only drank bottled water, but then they say they shouldn't do that. It's
Yeah.
a tough call.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's scary because you know what? You don't know what to do anymore.
No.
You really
No.
don't.
No.
You really don't know what to do. I mean, obviously, eating clean and eating
It's
and
huge.
eating,
Exercising.
without
Yeah.
pesticides and herbicides and all that stuff. That's key. But you really don't know what to do. But so,
Yeah.
how many years have you been affiliated? Did you say 4 years?
Yes.
Yeah, 4 years. Okay. So, what's coming up for you in the future? Like, how do you see yourself in who you are and what you bring to the table, helping the center by just raising awareness, doing any events? Like, what's for you going on? Coming up soon.
Fundraising, I'd like
Right.
to get on the board. Just a lot of fundraising.
And where do you do the fundraising mostly? Like, how does that come about for you guys?
We have a couple of different ideas. I was just talking about doing a tennis tournament,
Oh, that's
with
great.
cute little pink tennis balls. I mean, there's so many different options, and we're trying to get I have a group of friends that do a lot of fundraising, so
Right.
we can put our ideas together. But, there's the big galas, which are great, but then there's also events like your soccer events, and, there's
Right.
there's so
There's
many
the
different ways
marathon
to,
and
your
the-
curse jar.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. I think people don't realize, like, you don't have to wait for that big
Exactly.
black tie
No.
event. Like,
Right.
there's so many grassroots things that you can get yourself plugged into, and a lot of those big events, not everybody can go to.
Or they can't-
they're
not everyone can afford 'em.
expensive,
Right.
It's,
Whatever
a
you
different
can
level.
contribute,
Exactly.
they'll take. So, if it's $5 or $500 or $5,000 or $5 million, whatever it is,
Right.
I think we all have to pitch in and, help in any which
Exactly.
way we can. And I liked what you said about, the whole high school scenario where you really want to help women who are experiencing what you went through and try to help lead them through it,
Right.
which
Yeah,
I
reaching
believe
down.
is,
Is scary.
one of the things that'll truly, can affect an individual's life. And I know Laura Vigeli, who's, what's your title again? What is it exactly you do?
The nurse navigator.
Nurse navigator, right? I always want to say practitioner, but nurse navigator that's kind of what you do.
Yes,
That's
it
your role,
That's such an important, let me tell you,
Yeah.
that is so important.
right? So, Laura, lead us through your job description, if you will.
Well, I'm a registered nurse, and I'm one of the first point of contacts for a woman who is newly diagnosed with breast cancer. So I speak with them on the phone before they ever even enter into the healthcare system. And I answer their questions. I try to walk them through that difficult moment, that emotional, fearful
Sure.
time. Answer their questions, walk them through what they will need to come into the healthcare system, and help them in any means to be able to gain all of that information.
Well, because it's very stressful.
It's
that
very
situation.
stressful, and they're like, what, where, who do I go
Right.
to, what do I need? And
Well, when
you
we
know.
get back, we
Yeah,
have to go to commercial. When we get back, what I'd really like to maybe hone in on is for those of them, for just people out there around the country that maybe can't work through the Carol Baldwin, what would be the proper steps? How does somebody go about getting the help that they need? So when we get back, let's talk a little bit about that. Okay, so we'll be back. Thanks.
Perfect.
Hi, my name is Dr. Tom Dow. We have a multidisciplinary practice in Melville and Ronkonkoma, New York, and we treat patients with many, many different conditions, from newborns through geriatric patients with numerous different techniques. There's a technique and a type of treatment for every class of patient. We have them all here. Here's my son Thomas, also a doctor of chiropractic, working on one of our patients' cervical spine. This patient has had chronic neck pain for many, many, many years, has been to a multitude of different practitioners with little or no response. And with our specialized techniques, she has improved tremendously and continues to improve on a daily basis. We have two practices, one in Melville and one in Ronkonkoma, New York. We are a multidiscipline chiropractic office. What that means is we have chiropractors, massage therapists, acupuncturists, psychologists, all working as a team and a network of outside professionals such as orthopedists and neurologists that we work hand in hand with to help determine what your injuries are and the best way to treat your injuries. I have the great pleasure of having my son in practice with me. We work hand in hand, father and son, to give our patients the best care possible, and a staff which is loving, caring, and you'll never have to wait at all in our office for service. Many times patients come into our office and they have what's called a soft tissue injury. Soft tissue injuries are like scars inside your body. If you've ever been cut on the outside of your body, you get a scar. The same thing happens inside of your body to your muscles and ligaments. So our job is to determine where those are, stretch the muscles, adjust the vertebra back into their correct position, and then refortify the normal structure with exercise. That's what we do best, and I hope someday you'll come see us at one of our two offices. Thank you.
I think it's a new upcoming wall.
Hi,
Hi,
welcome
everybody.
back. We are here today with all the women who help support the Carol Baldwin Breast Cancer Research Fund, and we had spoken with Carol Bissett, and now we're speaking with Laura Vigelli, who's the nurse navigator for the Carol Baldwin Breast Cancer Research Fund. So we left off.
Well, you just had begun to tell us how you, when someone first gets the call, you're their first point of contact, and how you begin to walk them through and navigate the system and the treatment, and basically kind of just be that one voice of reason or that beacon of light when they're getting this horrific news.
Correct.
So tell us a little bit about that.
Well, they call, and sometimes they've had a biopsy outside our institution or in our own Carol Baldwin Breast Center. We're a comprehensive center, so we many times have had women come to us for imaging and then have a biopsy and be diagnosed. So, but it can be a very confusing time because I now want to get them set up in to see a breast surgeon, and they would need to have films and reports and things like that. So I help walk them through of how to get that information to bring with them to the appointment. They also always have my number. so that if they get off the phone and they forgot everything I just told them, they can call me right back.
I'm sure they do many times because they have so
Yes.
much in their
Yes.
Exactly.
brain.
Yes,
It's very difficult
It
to
gets
process.
overwhelming, and you're just trying to deal with
Yeah.
the fact you were just told that diagnosis. Nevertheless, what else you have to do
Right.
to move forward. So that's what I'm there for. It's an emotional time. It's a physical time. It's confusing because it's very complex, but I'm there to walk and guide them. You need to go to this doctor this time. Once we get you through here, I'll get you to the next point of your path in this journey.
And how many people do you do this for at any given time? Sounds like a lot of work.
It varies. You could have 6, 8 phone calls one day and newly diagnosed, and it varies.
That's a lot,
But it's
yeah.
a couple of hundred every year.
Wow.
A couple of hundred every year that walk through Carol Baldwin Breast Center.
Right.
There's different stages that, they're calling you, you need them a lot, they need you a lot, and other times they start to get okay with things, and,
Yeah.
they start walking a little bit less with needing you.
Okay. Tommy, what are we doing here?
Replacing
It's not
the
like you're
microphone.
inconspicuous there.
No, we're on
Okay.
we're on the TV. So
I see, okay.
Right.
So I guess my biggest question is, thank the Lord that you're there to help these women. I'm just wondering if there are any other centers around the world that do the same thing, and if this is just specific to Carol Baldwin.
Well, there are other nurse navigators, breast nurse navigators at other institutions. I think it's becoming more of a need and being required to have a nurse navigator. I think it's a vital part of a woman's journey coming into the healthcare arena. We serve as educators to them. We help them understand the medical lingo. We're a liaison between them and the medical staff. We also are, they're advocates. We work with the interdisciplinary team, because there's multiple specialties involved in a breast cancer woman's care. You have radiation oncologists, radiologists, medical oncologists, breast surgeons. So there's a lot of people involved, and they need a little help to get where you need to go. There's also social services, nutritional services, lymphedema clinics.
I would imagine that these treatments are very expensive. So the funding that Carol Baldwin, collects throughout the years, I know mostly goes to research, but do these women benefit from the monies at all? Like, how does the money get distributed that goes to your organization?
Well, the research is the big part of it,
Right.
Because that's where we've learned from the past, from all the women who've participated on clinical trials in the past, or who scientists have done research on to get these advanced technologies and the advanced treatments, modalities. So we've come a long way. We want to go further, and that's why it's important for money to be invested into research, so that we can find out new and even better ways to treat
Definitely.
the patients and
Maybe
increase
some
our
non-invasive
survivorship.
ways that,
Yes.
could help.
But I think that this is I think what you do is really so invaluable, because when you get that phone call and you're faced with this diagnosis, and I know, my father died of cancer, different cancer, but you're just processing what the person is saying to you, and it's almost like it's surreal. And then, your family members are there with you, and they're obviously upset or, obviously emotional. So to understand what the next course of action is, because cancer doesn't sleep or get upset or take a break. So it has, it keeps going. So you need to know how to get yourself in the ring and begin your fight. And there's so much information when you sit down. It's like you said, there's a whole nother language you're learning. And so to navigate yourself through that and to have somebody to call to ask the questions to, because it's really a lot.
No, it's a godsend. I mean, I know when I have to take my daughter from one doctor to the next, and they need the paperwork from the last one. It's it's always like, oh my God, wait. So I have to go there. No, they'll fax it. No, don't fax it. We have to pick it up, and it gets very confusing just to do a simple task like that. So I can't even. Yeah, I mean, from just my experience with, my daughter, with having to see a couple of specialists along the way. Everybody wants all the information, and it's very, very confusing. Very confusing. So it's
And
great
it's,
that,
you're emotionally involved. So it's not
Yeah.
like, you can just be thinking about the task. It affects
Right.
you physically and emotionally. And, that's one of the most difficult times of your life.
definitely.
So, I mean, I just think that that's so great. I mean, did you have access to that 4 years ago, or?
Yeah, I would not.
Right.
She wasn't my nurse navigator. I wish she were, but no, I love my nurse navigator. Like, I cannot even imagine getting through it without one. It's just now when she lists all the doctors, I forgot I had all of those doctors. I'm like,
Right.
no, and you're terrified.
Right.
It's a lot of work. And now you're
it's-
still
it's
going
the
through it, so
best.
do you still work with a nurse navigator? Because you still have things?
No, because I
Okay,
just
so-
go to the oncologist every 3 months.
So it's just really checking
It's in
up
the
and-
beginning, and
Yeah. Really to get you
they
on the
better
right
never
path.
do away with them because they're really needed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, no,
They really
I
are.
totally agree.
can
I
see
think
why.
they should have it for every form of cancer because you really, I mean,
It's huge.
you don't even understand what they're saying. You're like, wait, what? Like, you don't even understand what they're saying to you. And it's very complicated. And it's hard because they do have a job to do and they have to move on, like, to the next person. Like, they have to, so
Well,
you
yeah.
need someone to break it down and dissect what they're telling you on a level and a language that you can understand. So my hats go off
Yeah.
to you because that's really, really so important for anyone. I don't know if other services offer that, but
I don't know, but I know that we also have Margaret Fulham here today, who is also a breast cancer survivor, and you've worked with the Carol Baldwin Breast Cancer Research Fund. How was your experience through, this and the whole nurse navigator? Was it helpful?
I was diagnosed with breast cancer in 1999, and I
Oh,
did not
yeah,
have.
that was-
So there's the difference right there.
I just, learned of it. So yeah, having 3 small children and not having the nurse navigator, I was the nurse navigator.
Yeah, that's insane.
But I was, I just thought if somebody was elderly or not capable of really managing all of those things, how difficult and just additional stress added to the situation.
Sure.
So I happen to think that's fabulous. I
sure.
mean,
And
that's
some of these
great.
people are alone.
Yes.
So how are they getting to these treatment centers? How are they scheduling their appointments?
Right.
So again, I could spend the whole show talking about.
Right,
because
yeah.
there's so many things pop through my head that you can be used for. So I think that's
Absolutely.
great.
So Margaret, you have a good, clean bill of health now? You're all good to go? Or
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Luckily for me, I was stage 0.
Fabulous.
So early detection. I was 34 years old, so not
Very young.
necessarily typical.
Right.
And
How was it discovered? Like, walk us through that because your story's a little bit different. So
my story's a little bit different. I did have a lump, and I went to the doctor, and he said, not really sure, and he referred me to go get a mammography, and still there was a fine line. The radiologist wasn't really making a call initially, and then he said, there's just something that's not behaving the way that it should, and that's basically what he said to me. And then I had a biopsy done, and there were 8 blocks taken, and 7 came out clean, and there was 1 that came out with the DCIS. But like I said, luckily for me, it was stage 0, and I chose surgery as an option, a mastectomy, so I didn't have to do the chemotherapy or radiation or any tamoxifen, which was my options at the time as a result of the surgery. So,
Well, I think any of those options, really
Tough.
stink, but they save
Yes,
your
tough.
life. So you
Yes.
have to,
yes,
move forward and
absolutely.
just
So I
fight
was
it.
very, very fortunate for me.
But
that it
again,
was
when you
early.
get that call and they're saying to you,
Devastating. I was
well, it's a little abnormal, we don't
Yeah.
know, it's like, what do you mean you don't know? Like, what do you
right.
mean it's abnormal? Like, what, and
Right.
it's emotional. Like you said, you have 3 children.
And I was very confident. The whole time I was confident, saying, okay, we're just going through the motions here.
Right.
Until I did get that call, and they said, no, yes, you do have it. It is in the early stages, but, and you still have to take action on it. And then I was thinking, my children,
Right.
I
They must have been
had
very little.
4,
Yeah.
7,
Oh,
and
gosh.
9.
Yeah.
Wow.
And,
Yeah.
and then also to kind of contain it in the household.
Sure.
So because I didn't have the nurse navigator, so I was consumed with the paperwork and organization
Sure.
and making phone calls and had my little folders.
But it does.
So,
It
yeah.
affects the whole
Yes,
family. And
absolutely.
we're going to take a commercial, but when we come back, we're going to talk about how families and children are getting involved in the cause and the fight with you next. So we'll be right back.
Yes,
Thank
perfect.
you.
Are you planning an event and want to include entertainment, but you're not sure where to turn? Act1Entertainment.net has provided over 1,500 events with quality, affordable live entertainment at private parties, corporate affairs, festivals, bike rallies, and more. Act 1 will fit into your budget. They're friendly, reliable, and do all the legwork for you. They take all major credit cards. Log on to Act1Entertainment.net for a free, no-obligation price quote, or call 631-758-3505 for a brochure. You'll be happy you did.
Welcome to Formula Auto Wash, where every day is a great day for a car wash. Open 7 days a week from 8 a.m. till 5:30 p.m. Sundays 8 a.m. till 4 p.m. Detailing packages for every budget, starting out at $29.99. 100% hand wash and detail centre. Hog's hair and microfiber brushes and mitts. Proudly using Ecolab Blue Coral soaps and waxes. Formula Auto Wash has served the community for over 30 years. Senior discounts all day, every day. Ladies' Day Wednesday, $3 off any wash. Early bird discount Monday through Thursday till 9:30 a.m. Check out our website, formulaautowash.com.
For professional motorcycle transport and towing, think Kickstart Fabrications Motorcycle Towing. Proudly serving all of Long Island, we feature expert handling and 24/7 service. So send a limo for your toy with Kickstart Fabrications Motorcycle Towing. For professional motorcycle transport and towing.
I'm Tommy Marr. I'm down in St. Bart's having a good time. A lot of people at this time, they like to go have a little cocktail. But you know what I do? I'm going to watch madhousetv.com. You got that right.
Welcome back. Thanks for joining us today. We have
Three beautiful,
women
lovely women with us today.
Carol, Laura, and Margaret, and we're all here today talking about breast cancer, being that it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So we left off hearing a little bit about Margaret's story, and now I want to get back into exactly what it is you're doing today, because I think it's phenomenal to be able to take it to the next level. So tell us a little bit about your mission and how you want to continue to bring awareness to Long Island.
So one of the things that's going on Long Island, and actually this weekend, Columbus Day weekend, I was involved with Northport Cow Harbor Soccer Club, sat on the board for 7 years, and my children have now aged out and are in college. So I am still remaining active as basically a liaison between Northport Cow Harbor Soccer and Carol Baldwin Breast Cancer Research Fund. And 3 years ago, somebody came and approached us, the board members, and said, your tournament is in the month of October. Why don't we make this a fundraiser for breast cancer? And none of the other board members knew that I had been affected by breast cancer. And I was sitting there saying, this is great. this is like my two worlds, my personal life with the breast cancer, and then being so engaged in the soccer community. It was like my two worlds had merged. And right there, the light went off for me, and I just knew this was going to happen, and I was going to make it happen.
That's exciting.
Yeah, so, the first year, you're kind of working through all the kinks. How will you get that? And the tournament had been in existence at the time for 23 years. So now we were adding this new breast cancer element to it. And it was well received by our community, by the board members. It was just wonderful.
And it's such a sight to see.
It's such a sight to see.
Visually, it's great.
So visually, which was the vision was Fields of Pink. So the goal is we have decided one aspect to fundraise would be something very, very simple that any child would need and could use was a pair of pink socks. So
You have
for
to see it. So
they're
wonderful.
adorable.
happen to have them handy.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So about 2,200 children will be wearing these pink socks this weekend at our Northport tournament.
They're
Northport
great.
tournament would be encompassing 17 locations across Long Island. We're even now in Stony Brook. They have allowed us the use of their fields this year for our tournament, which is
My
it just-
daughter's
it-
in the tournament. She plays for the Northport Voltage.
Oh,
So
fabulous!
Yes, she's their goalie.
Excellent.
Hopefully
so
she'll
I guess
feel
She's
good.
a keeper.
She's a keeper.
She's a keeper.
Yeah, she likes that term.
Yeah.
So I guess they've gotten the pink socks then.
I believe that they have.
Excellent.
Yes,
Good.
yes.
But this is what we were talking about. Like, there's all little things that you can do to really, really make an impact on your community and just raise awareness in a fun way. And it's
With
not
the
that
young
expensive.
girls,
And
which
it
is
incorporates the
fabulous.
family
It's boys,
and the
girls.
children.
Oh,
yeah,
boys
no, it's
too.
everyone.
Okay.
Everybody.
That's
Everyone,
awesome.
yeah.
Trust
Yeah.
me, boys are just as excited to wear the pink socks as
Yeah.
the girls.
Oh, sure, sure.
They wearing pink in the NFL.
Well,
They're
right.
excited.
I
It's
was
like,
going to
ooh,
say,
we're
it's one thing
Yes.
that the NFL that's doing that's good.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, right now the NFL's not doing
Not so good.
Yeah, but especially not for women. But
Yeah. Yeah.
this is one thing that and they made it cool,
right.
which is
Absolutely.
which
Yeah,
is great.
absolutely.
So
For sure.
again, it's just anytime you can just keep putting it in people's faces, putting it in people's faces. We're
And
not
it-
going to
and
go
it's-
away. So
It was even beyond that. You know, the fundraising aspect of it to raise money for the research and awareness, but it's really educating our children. Here you have an opportunity. There are, I believe, 409 teams participating in our tournament.
wow,
Yes.
400.
Tremendous.
409. And
It's the biggest
say
tournament
the
of the year.
average team might have 15 or 16 players.
Right.
So when you think of how you can educate these children and just bring awareness, they are competing, but yet they're still focusing and trying to achieve the same goal.
Right.
And that is, you know,
That's
to raise
awesome.
money. And this year we've added, we're going to be selling little items on the field. So in
that's
case
fun.
their team, we generally sell out of our pink socks each year. So in case they happen to miss that opportunity to purchase the pink socks, there'll be
have
other opportunities for them to buy little trinkets on the field to help support the cause.
That's great.
That is good.
That's
That is
great.
good. I know we did her soccer team did a bake sale, and I made 36 pink cupcakes for the bake sale. The night before, she told me, she said, "Mom, I need 36 cupcakes." I'm like, "What? Wait, what?"
Oh, you could pull that out of your hat.
I did. I pulled
Come
it
on,
out of my
Karen's
hat.
house. It's Casa de Vito.
Yeah, Casa de Vito.
It is.
We did all the pink cupcakes, and I believe that's where the money went, was to you guys. So
Great.
yeah,
Fantastic.
it was exciting. So
Yeah.
moving forward with all of you, it really is such an honor to have you all here. And I think there's a lot of events coming up outside of the Fields of Pink. You have the 4th Annual Breast Cancer Summit, is that correct? Which is today or yesterday? When was that? The 4th? Oh, we don't know. Okay, no problem. Okay, well, that's on our website, Tuesday, October 7th, which was yesterday. Then we
Oh,
have
yeah, that was at the Coral House.
the Coral
Yes,
House.
that was
yes.
at the Coral House. That was last night. That was last night.
And then November 2nd.
We missed that party, Karen.
We did miss that party.
Yes.
But November 2nd, we have the Team Baldwin New York City Marathon that happens in Manhattan every year. So that you'll find also on our website, as well as the Carol Baldwin Fund. And then there's a fun night, which is
Oh, with
the
the dogs.
K for a Cause. Yeah,
Yeah.
with the Long Island Ducks, where Doc Gooden will come, and I guess you play with him to try to strike people out. Is that how that works, Ann? So, you know, all of these little events that, you know, are happening, you know, in Long Island and in Queens and in Manhattan are really something everybody can get involved in. You know, it doesn't, you know, for the little boys to go to the baseball thing, for the...
No, it's great. He's really stepped up to the plate. Pun intended.
Oh.
But we've seen him at the pink tie event too,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
something else. Like, he's really, really been a supporter. Which
Well,
I think
yeah,
is great.
this is actually a pink tie event, but I believe Carol Baldwin Fund just got the go-ahead to be a part of their recipients for for the money that they raised,
Yes.
bigtie.org.
Yes.
So that's very exciting.
Yeah, it is. But I
And-
think it's great that, like, you know, these are wonderful events. These black tie events we were talking about, they're great.
Yeah.
But all these little events,
The
I mean,
little
imagine when
bridal-
you
the
see
bridal dresses.
409 teams.
Yeah. So that's
Right
times
here
50,
on Long Island,
5,000
right?
kids.
All on Long Island.
Yeah.
No, it's beyond Long Island.
It's beyond Long Island
The
now.
tournament itself is held on Long Island.
Right,
but
right.
We have teams from
Oh,
Manhattan,
coming in from everywhere,
Westchester,
right.
Playing in
Canada.
the time. Oh, that's great.
I mean, they
That's
they
fabulous.
actually want to join our tournament because we've taken soccer to a higher level, and that is, you know, really educating our children.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
That's
awesome.
nice. That's nice.
Yeah.
I
Great.
think all of you, you know, deserve a round of applause. And just because you help women every single day, all three of you, in your roles for what it is you do. And there's unfortunately so many women who need your help.
Yeah.
Hopefully through the Carol Baldwin Breast Cancer Research Fund, and maybe one day they can eradicate breast cancer. Maybe there'll be a vaccine one day. And
Well, you would
know,
hope,
hopefully
you would hope
this
that
is,
they're really
this is what
working
the money,
on it.
yeah, well, this is what the money goes to. And I think,
And you don't know how long, you know, what someone's journey is going to be.
right,
You know, it could be you know, as simple as a removal or a breast augmentation or mastectomy, or it could be years of a process. You know, and you start with chemo, then you go to radiation, then you may have to have a surgical procedure. So you really don't know how long the person's journey is or how short. So it's great that they have such a resource. Like that center is like a home for everybody to go into, and you just feel safe, and
Supports
everyone there
everybody.
is in the same
and
same boat.
100%.
You know, unfortunately, but that's at least you have your peers, and you have people that are reaching down and encouraging people and saying, "Hey, this is what I did. Let me help you with this." It could be something simple like, "This is what soothes my stomach after chemo,"
Exactly.
or some. I mean, it's something
Very
little,
important.
or you know, some cream. My hands get dry. You know, I mean, I can go into each little thing because I know it, but it's so true. It's
Well-
invaluable information. So thank you guys so much, all of you, for doing.
Yeah.
Each one of you have a little niche, and it's great how things come full circle. Like for you, you were able to use, you know, with QVC and modeling, so you were able to reach a lot of people with that, and your knowledge of the system and how it works, and then, you know, with soccer, and like, I mean, it's just great how you're using your own experience to be impactful on other people. It's awesome.
So it's education, it's early detection, it's breast cancer research, and it's, you know, hopefully everybody lives
Joining
long.
together.
Yeah, joining
Yeah.
together. So we're almost out of time, but I just want to remind you to please stop down at the Huntington Fall Festival this weekend and take a spin on our wheel to benefit the Carol Baldwin Breast Cancer Research Fund. Get
Yes.
some pink hair extensions.
the wheel.
I'll have mine. I'll be rocking my pink hair extensions
the wheel.
Saturday and Sunday for breast cancer awareness. So we're really looking forward to that. And, you know,
Yes,
come back and
do
join
what
us.
you can. Do what you can. It doesn't
Yeah.
always have to be like this big
No.
gala event. Get involved in a community thing. Go down to the fair.
Findacure.org.
Make a donation. $5.
Findacure.org. Just go there.
Yeah,
You'll see.
actually,
You'll see
right.
all the different ways that they help and how you can help. So hopefully you'll do that soon. Thanks.
Yes, thank you. See you next week. What's going on next week?
Oh, we got a lot. We got a lot.
I don't
next
remember
week.
what's going on.